welcome to predicting the Champions League race as realistically as possible. Up first then, Aston Villa versus Man City at the Etihad Stadium. It's a win for Man City, 2-0. Then we have Man United versus Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. It's going to be a 1-1 draw in my opinion. Up next then we're going to play Spurs' game in hand at Stamford Bridge, and I do think that Spurs lose this 2-1 to Chelsea. Then we go to game week 32, Aston Villa at home to Brentford. I think a win for Aston Villa, if I'm being honest. I think they're going to win it 2-0. I think fair enough. Spurs at home to Nottingham Forest. I think it'll be a tough game, but I think they do get the win here. I'll say 3-1. And then Man United at home to Liverpool. I do think we will drop points, and I think it's going to be a 3-0 win for Liverpool. Up next then, we have Aston Villa away to Arsenal. I think this is actually going to be a draw. I think Aston Villa will get a point out of this one. Spurs away to Newcastle. Now, they lost here 6-1 last year, so I think they're going to lose again, and Newcastle finding some form. I think it's going to be a win for Newcastle, 2-0 to be fair. And then we have Man United away to Bournemouth. I think it's going to be a 1-0 win for Manchester United. Up next then, we do have Aston Villa at home to Bournemouth. I think Villa are going to win this one 1-0. I can see a sneaky 1-0 win. Then we have Spurs at home to Man City. Usually Spurs are quite good in these games, and I think they're going to get a draw out of this one. They've got a good record against the top six this season. And then we have Man United at home to Newcastle. I think it can either go either way. Man United will either lose 3-0 or it'll be a Man United win. But as I said before, I'm going to be positive. 2-1 win for Man United. Up next then, we're going to have Aston Villa at home to Chelsea. I think Villa actually win this game. I think Villa are going to comfortably win this game 2-0. Then we have Arsenal and Spurs. Now, I said yesterday I thought Spurs might win this game. I'm starting to think differently. I think at Arsenal, I'm going to give this to Arsenal. I think it's going to be a 2-1 win for Arsenal. And then we have Man United's game in hand against Sheffield United at home, a 2-0 win. And Man United's then game after that, which will be Burnley at home, which will be, again, another 2-0 win. So Man United fighting for top 5. Then we have Aston Villa away to Brighton. I think this will be a tough game. And you know what? I can actually see Brighton getting a result here, if I'm being honest. I think Brighton are going to win this. I'll go for a 2-0 win for Brighton. Then we have Spurs versus Liverpool. I do think this is going to be a draw as well. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw between Spurs and Liverpool. They usually put on a good game. And I also think Man United are going to draw 2-2 to Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Then we have the final penultimate game week of the season. Aston Villa at home to Liverpool. I think Liverpool do win this game. I think it's going to be a 2-0 win for Liverpool. And then we do have Spurs at home to Burnley. It's going to be a win, 3-0. And then Man United, I do think Man United will actually get a win against Arsenal. Arsenal have only won once in 10 years at Old Trafford. So I'm going to say 3-1 to Man United. And then in the final game week of the season, Aston Villa away to Crystal Palace. I think a 1-1 draw. I mean, you know, I'll give Villa a win, 2-0. And then Spurs away to Sheffield United, 5-0. And Man United away to Brighton. I think Man United will drop points here and a 2-1 win for Brighton. So those are what I think is going to be the race for Europe. The points are down there. The goal difference is down there. Champions League sort.